Yep, come on in, guys. Come on in. You already clicked on the video. Just come in. Come in. I hope you came in already angry because this will make you furious. If you were having a good day before this, be prepared to have it ruined. This is dumb. Testing if sharks can smell a drop of blood? Huh? Who's gonna test that? Who's gonna test that? Not me. I don't care if they can smell blood because I'm not gonna be in the ocean with sharks. Y'all got me messed up. Look at me when I'm talking to you. You might as well have just tested if a chainsaw will cut your hand. Wow. You might as well have just tested if a lion will eat you alive. Wow. You might as well have just tested if you jump off a building, will you not survive? Wow. You might as well just tested something like that, bro. Those are all consequences of an idiot. You are gonna be up there with Jesus Christ himself. Say hello to God. Your life is over. No, like, bro, I don't think y'all are understanding me. Do you know how crazy you have to get in the water with sharks in it? Do you know how crazy you gotta be? You gotta be a psychopath up here, bro. Let alone drop blood in the water as well. You're basically telling them, hey, it's feeding time. Time to eat up, bro. Like, I seen Nemo. I seen how the sharks act when they smell blood. They tee up. Bruh. For real, like, they be a friend one minute and then smell blood the next. And hey.
Ow, ow, ow. Dory, are you okay? Oh, that's good.
You on a dinner menu, like, you up out of there. Help! So we just finna get into this video and see why this dude tested if sharks can smell a drop of blood. So let's get into it. Let's go. His feet!
I texted this clip to my wife, who wanted proof I wasn't doing anything stupid on a recent trip to the Bahamas. Now, if you're wondering what my feet are doing in shark-infested waters with a bucket of blood 20 miles away from any land, well, that comes down to a conversation I had with my friends at the Discovery Channel 6 months ago. They told me Shark Week is coming up, and they want to know what I would do if they could put me in the middle of the ocean on a boat surrounded by sharks. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to test if sharks can really smell a drop of blood in the water from a mile away. Now, before you say Mythbusters already did this, they kind of did this. As you can see, to test this, they poked their fingers and then stuck them in a barrel with these tiny lemon sharks. And since they didn't really seem to turn around and look at their fingers, they said it was busted. Now, I'm friends with both Carrie and Adam, but I think even they would admit, at least in this case, the methodology was less than scientifically rigorous. So I came up with a more robust test procedure.
Did y'all catch that? Am I the one that caught that? He basically said, hey, y'all are dumb without saying, hey, y'all are dumb. Bruh. He just basically debunked them, said, nah, that ain't a good test. No science in that. Don't be mad at me. Be you mad at whoever he was talking about. Y'all mad at me. I don't know, what was he talking about? Mythbusters? Hey, Mythbusters. Get your get back. He done talked about you, and you ain't do nothing about it. That's crazy.
To grade hardware for the experiment, hopped on a plane and then a speedboat, and soon enough, I was 20 miles offshore of the Bahamas.
What's up? Hey, Mark.
Dude, there's sharks!
That's sharks. We have sharks. That's the first time I've ever seen a shark, like, in the wild.
What?
Do some science.
To kick things off, I sat down with my marine biologist, shark diving expert friend, Luke Tipple, and explained my plan to him. Now, eventually, I planned to test just how far they could smell a single drop of blood in the water. But first, I wanted proof that they actually preferred blood over any other scent. So for my first experiment, I planned to put 4 surfboards in the water equidistant from the back of the boat. Each board would host 2 liters of a different liquid that we would pump into the ocean over the course of an hour. Then using a 3-meter radius around each board as a gauge, we would use drone footage and count how many sharks went over to check out each board. So this board would be fish oil, which I heard was a general attractant for lots of fish. Then we would have cow's blood here, then seawater here as a control to make sure the sharks weren't just interested in the surfboard. Right. And then finally urine.
Surfers that.
Who pee is that? No, see, no, I'm not gonna let that slide. Y'all are asking the wrong questions. Whose pee is that? I don't care if that's giraffe pee, lion pee, or human pee, but you collected pee and, you know, have it at your disposal. I think that's weird. You know, hey, I'm no scientist or nothing. I don't do no type of testing, but I didn't know he was a scientist either. I thought he was a YouTuber.
Because they feel like it's going to attract a shark.
I don't know a surfer alive who doesn't pee in their wetsuit. But yes, it's definitely something that I've heard a lot.
It's gonna liberate surfers everywhere if we show that it's cool to pee in your wetsuit.
And so after a bit more discussion, Luke was on board for the first of our 2 experiments.
Well, as a firm believer in the scientific method, We'll test it out.
And then you dive.
Well, depending on the results, I dive. I can't pee, the deal's off.
And so with that, we started putting the 4 boards together.
That's crazy how people build stuff.
Scientific donations from the crew.
All right, so now it's time to fill these bags. What do you want to do first, pee or blood?
Yeah, you. Let's do pee.
Okay.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors for who holds the bucket and who holds the bag.
Okay,
One, two, three,
wait.
shoots.
I gotta strategize. Okay, I know what it needs to be. Ready? One, two, three, shoots.
Yeah! Damn it.
Oh, that smells so bad. It's urine. Whoever it is, they need to hydrate, dude. This is gonna be a nightmare.
Oh!
Oh, dude, it's all in my hands. Your pouring sucks. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that stinks.
No, we're good, we're good. All in the name of science.
It's a great time of day to be doing this because we have a lot of sharks. Looking down here, we got three or
Oh
four
my-
lemons on the surface, and I can actually see 2 tigers down on the bottom, and that's actually a massive tiger
That
shark
is
down there.
huge. All right, see if you can do a better job pouring than I did. Oh my gosh.
That's nasty too.
wow.
There's a feeding frenzy.
Oh!
It's fine.
What do you mean, don't move it? I almost lost my hand.
You did not. It's not going to jump out of the water.
Okay, so we've got seawater.
Oh! Is that true?
No.
He lied. I feel like I didn't see a shark jump out of the water before. You know, not me personally. I ain't never been around a shark, but I feel like I didn't see a shark in a movie or something, or on the video, like jump out of the water and bite somebody's arm off. I feel like I didn't see that. Y'all seen Jaws? That shark was crazy.
Water is our control. Fish oil.
Have urine and cow's blood.
That's actually nasty. Like disgusting. Trifling.
So while Luke is bravely swimming the 4 surfboards out and anchoring them in place in preparation for the 1-hour countdown, now is a perfect time to explain the cool tech on each board I designed and built from scratch with my buddy Sean Hodgins.
Talk
For
to
this
me.
experiment to be robust, all 4 boards need to start pumping at the exact same time after Luke has them in place.
Right.
That means we need to somehow start the pumps using a radio signal from the boat. So each surfboard has a waterproof receiver box like this that also hosts the battery, a custom printed circuit board, and 2 Arduinos.
Okay.
Then I have the remote control, and as soon as I hit this button, they all start pumping at the same time. We know each pump is working because the corresponding yellow light is lit up. That's important because they're too far away from the boat to see if they're functioning properly. To pump the blood and pee, we're using a peristaltic pump. This is a perfect choice because it's a totally sterile way to get the blood from the bag to the ocean, since the blood never touches any sort of valve or something. It just has these rollers that sort of pinch and push the blood through the tubing in a manner that just happens to be similar to a severed artery.
That's
and so with the
cool.
boards in place, it was go time.
Operation Shark Bait Test Thing commence. 3, 2, 1. Beep. All 4 are going. We have confirmation.
I
Everything
can't
is
see
rolling.
nothing.
The experiment is underway. We'll let them go for an hour, just dripping stuff out. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay, Mark, we confirm that all 4 boards are working correct. I can see a blood trail as far as I can see on the bloodborne. We're going to go back to the boat just so we're not a variable in this experiment.
They gonna eat them up.
And after 10 minutes, I was really surprised there wasn't a lot of action on any of the boards.
So far it's pretty interesting. I mean, we've shown if you have a massive cut and you're bleeding out, and there's this many sharks within like 50 yards of you, that they're kind of like, meh. So like already that's an interesting finding, right?
It seemed like they're more interested in the actual boat. Why are they so close? Did the boat drive into like, you know, they nesting ground or something? And I didn't know sharks were clicked up like this. I thought they was lone rangers. Like, that's pretty dangerous if they clicked up like this. That's like piranhas or something. What's more dangerous? 1 great white shark or 100 piranhas? That's a real debate. Is it? Did I just start something? I don't know. I feel like I might survive a shark over 100 piranhas, right? Or maybe not. I don't know.
You'd think a little bit of blood and there'd just be a massive swarm, but that's not the case so far.
And to be clear, we weren't dealing with small quantities here. The human body contains 5 liters of blood, and after you lose 2 liters, which is the exact amount we're putting in the water, then you die.
Dead.
About 20 minutes in, things were still pretty quiet, especially at the fish oil, urine, and control boards. But then the blood board started attracting some smaller fish, and soon after, 1 or 2 sharks started taking notice.
Oh.
Not a lot of love for my pee. I don't know why I find that kind of offensive, but I'm just a little hurt.
Eventually, with about 15 minutes left, things started getting pretty wild over by the blood board. The blood was spread out and made almost like a blood runway. So you have this surreal line of sharks swimming up this enticing blood trail one after another,
Wow.
only to be super disappointed to find a big piece of styrofoam.
We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. The motors have stopped. Our experiment is done. I'd just like to point out the bags have been sucked dry, so the engineering part of this experiment worked flawlessly.
Dude, there were sharks everywhere.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And there were 2 super pissed off tigers.
Oh.
And so now it's time to go in and review the footage and get a final tally for each board. And what we found was that 4 sharks went to check out the fish oil, then 0 sharks went to check out both the control and the urine. And then the blood board had a direct visit from a whopping 41 sharks.
Dang!
And so now that we debunked some surfing myths about urine and proved that sharks certainly had a strong preference for blood over anything we tested, the real question was just how much blood is interesting to them.
Right.
One part of the
I was thinking that, like, obviously, if you prick your finger and get in the ocean, I don't think they'll just chase you immediately. But I just had another thought. What if you dropped a cow in the ocean?
What?
I don't think cows can swim, but would the sharks eat it immediately? Like, if it was a bunch of sharks out there and you just drop a big cow in there and it was talking about some moo, I can't swim.
Oh!
Would the sharks just tear that up? I don't know. That just came into my head. Is that weird?
Yes.
experimental design that was really nagging at me.
Because that was cow's blood, right?
That was cow's blood. You want to do human blood,
I want
don't
to
you?
try human blood.
We've got at least 10 living, breathing blood bags around here.
It's worth noting, not everyone was as stoked as Luke and I about this idea.
Yeah, and then just draw it. We'll just have fresh blood, just mainline it and put it in the water.
Why not? Would you be down?
I'd be down.
Moondog, what do you reckon?
Don't look at me, man.
I was gonna say, don't look at me either.
So Luke made some calls, and soon enough, we had an amazing certified Bahamian phlebotomist on board.
I'm like, oh, I'm totally cool as I like pop the ball.
Ah! I'm squeamish, y'all.
And
Did I
after
tell
some
y'all that
generosity
story?
from the
And I
camp-
know I'm pausing a lot, but hey, it is what it is. But did I tell y'all that story about how I was getting my wisdom teeth done, right? And for some reason, they were drawing blood. I don't know if it was for the IV or what. I don't know. But they took like 3 things of blood, missed my vein 5 times. You know, it wasn't a doctor. It was the nurses, bro. The nurses. I don't think they knew what they was doing. I think they was in training. They came in there just stabbing my arm, just taking blood out. And I thought they gave me the anesthesia. I started to get dizzy and said, oh, no feel good. I literally said that. That's the last thing I remember. I say, no feel good. And I just fell out like this. And then I woke up a little like 30 seconds later, not 30 seconds, like maybe a minute later. And the doctor was in there talking about, oh, you guys can do that, right? And it was sticking it, and he was like, you gotta do it this way. And then they gonna tell my mama I passed out. Like I just passed out from seeing the blood. No, I passed out because y'all took too much blood and was poking me wrong. Stop it, I didn't just pass out. I'm not that scary.
Okay. Camera crew and even Captain Scotty, we had 4 bulging bags of human blood for our second experiment.
This is
That's
my
too much
actual
blood.
We're to see if sharks have a taste for it. And if they do, I probably won't go freediving with them.
For the second experiment, we had 3 boards. Again, we placed the control in the middle. The board over here would pump the human blood slowly at 1 drop a minute, and then on the other side, this board would pump the blood fast, on average 1 drop every 4 seconds.
Okay.
We were able to do that because another cool feature for the boxes we built was that by turning this knob, you can control the flow rate, so over time, they can pump out different amounts. And because sometimes we all have to step up and just do our part, while Luke once again risked his life by placing the 3 boards, I prepared to push a button. 3, 2, 1, commence! All right, all of them are pumping and good to go. Now the clock's just ticking. We have like 55 more minutes to go. see if the sharks notice it. One drop of human blood every 4 seconds may sound like a lot, and it certainly is. But it's also important to note that's 40 times less than the first experiment where we saw so much activity. In this case, halfway into experiment number 2, even though there were tons of sharks still in the area, the boards themselves were pretty quiet.
We'll have to see when we look at the footage afterwards, but so far it looks like the answer is no. 5, 4, 3, 2,
No activity?
1. Experiment's over.
And so after the full hour, we brought in the boards and once again reviewed the footage to see that over the course of an hour, 0 sharks checked out the control board, 0 checked out the slow blood pumping board, and exactly 0 sharks checked out the fast.
Waste of blood.
So this is by no means a perfect experiment, but I think it's safe to qualitatively say that if no sharks came to check out 15 drops of human blood a minute in the middle of shark-infested waters, you're probably gonna be okay with a small scrape. I mean, there certainly won't be some kind of feeding frenzy with a single drop of blood
right,
from
like
all
in the
sharks
movies.
within a mile. Now that I had some first-hand data to put my mind at ease, I was willing to try diving with the sharks without a cage, but I had one final experiment. I had a theory that if we secured a 360 camera to the front of a hand spear and then shot it near some sharks, we could create the world's first really cool Matrix-like underwater bullet time effect.
What?
So I suited up and got in.
Oh, I see what he's trying to do. Okay, that might be pretty cool. Why are these sharks not biting?
And my theory proved correct on the bullet time hand spear.
Oh, okay.
Because as you can see, that footage turned out really cool.
Oh yeah, that's nice. What is that doing? Oh! This might be a dumb question, but well, obviously, I don't even know if I should ask this anymore because I know it's gonna be a dumb question. Like, have you ever like got that feeling where you raise your hand in class and then the teacher calls you and then you realize, oh snap, this question might be dumb? Like, what do? Do you just say never mind, or do you just say the dumb question? Because she swear no question is a dumb question, but then gets to laughing at you like you dumb. Huh? That happened to me. But what I was finna ask is, can these sharks kill you? Which, yeah, now thinking about it out loud, it sounds dumb. Obviously, these sharks can get you. They don't really look that big, but I mean, still, I'm sure like they bite off a limb, you might die or something, or you know, they might come back for seconds and eat you up for real. But I don't think it's as much dangerous as a great white shark. Like, do people like free dive with great white sharks or not? Because these are just like tiger sharks and stuff, which are still dangerous. I'm just saying, like, great white sharks are really dangerous, right? That's really what I'm asking. Whoa, look how he doing tricks with the shark. What the heck?
Oh god! Oh my god! Holy crap! I'm gonna die.
Oh!
Safety, Luke.
What
They
happened?
can sense I'm a noob. I know it. They know I'm a noob. On that note, can we call it a night? Let's end on that.
That was amazing, man. We got him in like a feeding frenzy at the end. There's like 6 of them all around us. And I lived. I mean, this is shaping up to be a great day.
What I'll take home from this shoot is just more evidence of the amazing animal that sharks are, but also the ability to point people in a specific direction to say, hey, your thoughts about them are a little overblown.
This experience definitely changed my perception on sharks. I would say I respect them more after seeing their raw power up close, but at the same time, there's less of that fear that comes from ignorance. On top of all that, I didn't die.
Please consider subscribing. Wow. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know what this is at the end. I think he's just talking about his old experience. Yeah, it was just some old experiments he did, but I don't know, like, I feel like, were these sharks really like questioned as like, oh, I'm scared? Nah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because if I went in the ocean with these, I'd be terrified. But I feel like, me personally, like, it's tiers to my shark scariness, if that makes sense. Like, the tiger sharks and the little baby sharks, you know, those are like on my lower tiers. But the scariest shark, to me, them great whites. Them boys are big. Like, if a shark is that big and that dangerous, just come up and just bite you and leave, like, isn't that, maybe I'm wilding. Maybe I'm wilding. Like, what causes more deaths, the tiger sharks or the great whites? Tiger sharks might cause more deaths because they're around people more, maybe, but I don't know. What y'all think about this? Like, how y'all feel about it? Are y'all less scared of sharks after watching this? Let me know in the comments, because I'm really trying to figure out myself. Am I? Maybe not. I think I'm like the same amount of scared. I think it was cool, like, we get to see a different side of sharks and like get to look at them as, like, you know, a different creature or whatever, all, you know, nonsense. I don't know where I'm going with this, but we get to really see the good side to them, and I just hear about the bad side where, oh, they ate 5 people and a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just one of those. So, like I said, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. And y'all know, does y'all enjoy the video too much to subscribe? We on with the 10,000 subscribers. And hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Could just make it the like button if you like the video. No, please, I need you to hit the like button. Hit the like button if you like sharks. Hit the like button if you don't want to be with a shark. Hit the like button if you ain't never going in the ocean with sharks. Please just hit the like button. We gone.